Here's how to get a WordPress account. First of all, what you want to do is you want to point your browser to wordpress.com. And then once you get here, there's a bunch of options up here. You can either go get started or you can say start your website, whatever, it's all good. Any of these will work. The first thing that you need to get started is you need to choose a username and a password. Doesn't matter what your username is, it can be anything. It won't make any difference. No one is going to see this. By the way, you'll need to create a username that literally no one else has. You'll notice if you create one that somebody else has, they will ask you to log in. So you have to create a completely unique username that nobody else has. Next up, you need to choose a domain for your website. Now, this is going to be your website's URL. So what you should choose here is to choose some kind of a name that has to do with, ideally, what your blog is going to be about. If at this moment you don't know what your blog is going to be about, then just choose some kind of riff on your name is probably the way to go. So I would say Rebecca's blog or something like that. What's going to happen is WordPress is going to tell me if that is actually an option or not for me. So what you'll see is it's going to give me a bunch of options, and some of the options that it's going to give me are going to be paid because WordPress wants to make money. What you want to do is you want to always select the free one. Now, this is a terrible name. This is a terrible URL for a website because this random string of numbers, no one's ever going to remember it. It's really terrible. But if this is all you have, then that's fine. Go with that and hit select. Now, the next thing, again, they're going to try to sell you something. They want to make money. Do not choose any of these options. Choose start with a free site. Now just log into your account and you're ready to roll. So now what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to log in using your username and your password that you just set up. All right, your next step is to give your site a name. So you're going to click Start, and what you're going to do is you're going to create the title of your website. Now this can be different than your actual URL. That's totally fine. No matter what your URL is, this is going to be the title of your site. So you're going to call it whatever you want to call it, Rebecca's Food Blog, and you can call it anything you like. There's no restrictions on that. And then you're going to save it. And we're not going to create a menu. We don't need to do that for this particular assignment. You will need to confirm your email address. It will send you an email. You'll need to go into your Gmail and confirm that. You're going to need to do that, and if you don't do that, then you won't be able to publish any blog posts. And then finally, you're going to want to launch your site. You have to confirm your address, you'll see, before you can launch your site. If you don't launch your site, you won't be able to publish your blog post publicly, and you won't be able to get marks for it. So be sure to do that.